Hi, Ogre Shed. This is the introduction to a video I did a few days ago with a very good friend of mine. I've done this introduction because I wasn't happy with the way it was done, so I've clipped it a bit, and so take it as it is. I'm riding the V85, got the helmet cam on. I'm going to do my usual voiceover, so it'll sound a lot better on my voice than you'll hear the bike. But I've never really got the microphone to work properly with that helmet cam. But there we go. Enjoy this video, I hope, and enjoy the experience of riding, or my experience of riding the V85 on a beautiful sunny day. Let's go. So, we're off on a trip. On the bike, I'm going to be using my helmet cam to give you all a good idea of what's going on. But also, as per the title, I'll be taking Charlotte with me. Charlotte hasn't been on a bike for a long time, and that is the last time I'll be using her name in that way, because she's known as Charlie. Charlie has been a good friend of mine for a long time, and this is going to be interesting because she's very novice to being on the back of a bike in terms of experience. She's obviously been on a bike before, but a long time ago. So it's going to be interesting. We're going for lunch. This is Charlie. Hello, Charlie.
Hello.
How are you feeling about going on the back of the Moto Guzzis V85TT?
I'm super excited. Cannot wait. A little bit apprehensive, but all good types of nerves.
Okay, we're not going to mess about. We're just going to get on with this.
Good.
And let's get going. And let's go and have some lunch.
Yes, let's do it.
So off we go. Very easy. I mean, Charlie's climbing on board, not an S, but these big wide bars really do help. Yeah, I can just control the bike quite easily as passengers get on and off. I have ridden with my wife on the back, so I kind of knew what to expect. My real worry is that Charlie's, as I say, very inexperienced, and what's she going to do on the back to sort of upset the balance of the bike, if you like. We'll see how we get on. It's a beautiful sunny day, and again we're just going out of my village. It's a 20-mile-an-hour zone, like I've said in the past, and the roads are horrendous around this village. They really are serious potholes. But we've got a beautiful sunny day. Travelling at 20 miles an hour really isn't a problem in the first instance. Once we get this thing underway and onto the more open roads, it'll be a bit more interesting, I'm sure. But the pleasure of it is that I'm trying to find the limits of this bike. Of bits I can't, I can honestly say, ooh, that's horrible. But I haven't done that yet. I mean, I've got a very inexperienced pillion on the back. Really doesn't feel bad at all. I mean, she's not heavy, she's a tiny little lass. But nonetheless, she could throw the bike, the balance by leaning the wrong way or whatever. But she isn't. She's absolutely perfect, and the bike feels absolutely wonderful. I'm coming up to the exit of the village now, just past this chap who's pulling in, and we're now coming into the open road. One thing I did worry about when I got this bike over the Norge, for example, was the lack of grunt, that, okay, Charlie isn't heavy, and we're not loaded and all the rest. So it's interesting to see. I'm going to just pop this car now. Here we go, just open her up, a little bit of a straight, and it's plenty quick enough, it's plenty grunty enough for my now style of riding and sort of the things I want to do with the bike. And here's the other big difference with noise. You have to sort of set it up for a bend, or a series of bends like this. This you don't. It reacts very easily. It's a very bumpy bit of road here. And this thing, modern suspension, is fabulous. It soaks up the bumps beautifully. It really is a comfortable piece of kit. Nobody can argue that modern bikes, from the stuff I used to ride and the old stuff I've got in the shed, it's chalk and cheese. This is so relaxing and so easy. it just makes it a pleasure to sort of hawk it through sort of rough bends, you know, your badly paved roads. Go past this nasty junction. Oh, chap, thank you. He's going to let me past. Little wave, and again you can let go of your bar, and it doesn't upset the life, I think. And we're away. We're off into the distance. Again, this punch past cars is not a problem. Back onto the open roads, and it's this lightness that it has about it in handling. And I did hear one guy review the bike and say it was heavy. I just don't know how he came to that. I mean, I feel no heaviness in this at all. Maybe it's because I've come off the Norge to this. Who the hell knows? I don't know. All I know is I find this an absolute delight. Tiny criticism is the aftermarket screen that's on it is slightly bigger than the original screen, but I don't think it's as big as the touring screen that Guzzis offer as an optional extra. This, I think it buffets the helmet a little bit more than I would like, but I don't know whether the smaller screen would be better or worse. I do have it. I might make a habit of, or make a hobby rather, of swapping it out to see what it's like, and maybe even invest in a bigger screen if I'm going to do some bigger touring miles. I am being very picky here. I mean, I'm not making a deal out of it. It's just something to say, really, because it really is comfortable things, right? And we're hitting the 60 mile an hour, and you can just prod it through these little bends and these beautiful curves. I love B-road riding, I really do. It's great fun, and this bike is absolutely suited to it. It soaks up the snotty roads, and it handles superbly. I can't find very much to dislike. I really can't. You know, you come up to roundabouts like this, and you're in amongst farm vehicles. Look, there you go. That's what you get for living in the country. Not a problem. They have a right to make a living, same as everybody else. And people get very frustrated. You all got stuck behind a farm tractor. Well, if you're going to ride in the countryside, you're going to see tractors. So just live with it and just enjoy the view while you're going a bit slower. It's not a problem. It does annoy me the way people want to treat every B-road like a racetrack. I mean, I like going fast, don't get me wrong, and I do sort of get on a bit, but I don't get upset if everybody's just going about their business. I mean, look, this chap's indicating he's going off to the garden centre to buy his geraniums. But there we go. We're now opening up. I know this road. I know there's a space up ahead. I can just open the throttle and go, and I'll get past this van and I'll get past the trailer in front, provided there's obviously not a ton of traffic about, which there doesn't seem to be today. And that's amazing when you see how beautiful the day is, because I would have expected this to be quite a busy day out. And there we go, we're off. Not a problem. It literally does pour beautifully, and it's smooth. I can't get over how much smoother than the Norge it is when you're doing that, when that grunt. I shouldn't be surprised, because they are, it's a smaller engine, so it's a third smaller. So you've got a third of the weight thrashing about underneath it. Yeah, I kind of get it, but do I miss that power? At this moment, no, I don't think I do. I think it's fine. I think this is a very capable motorcycle. I could see myself doing pretty big miles on it, comfortably, very comfortably, because it's so well mannered. And the other thing that I failed to mention so far, which I will now, is the fuel consumption. It's incredible. I'm getting a third more to the gallon. So I've got a third less horses, third less cc, not horses, but I've got a third less weight, and I've got a third better fuel consumption. You know, and you come to sort of slower junctions. This is a terrible off camber, but you can just nip through them. It's just so nimble. Makes me wonder why I had such a big bike before. But I do know why. I know why I bought that bike, and it's a fantastic machine. All the trips I did across Europe on it. I mean, I went over to Europe on it a good 10 times in the 8 years I owned it, possibly more. We were going to Belgium a few times and doing the Normandy landing beaches, and going to Italy a few times. I did Italy 3 or 4 times on the Norge, and it was just fantastic at doing that job, you know. The other side of this bike though is when you're sort of now coming into a little village town like this, your feet don't go down. It's a bit like a trials bike, you know. It's so well mannered as well. We're coming down virtually to walking pace, and your feet don't go down. You can just control the bike, and it's beautifully balanced. Maybe that's again an attribute of having a lot less engine thrashing around underneath you, so you don't get the torque reaction quite so much. It's there with this, you know, when you're at a standstill, if you rev it, you'll feel it kick over, but not as violently as the Norge, again because of the weight of the parts inside it. So very easy. This is just so simple to do. Makes your life kind of more pleasant, and you can sort of keep it going easier. I mean, getting up behind this car now, and my feet going down? No, my feet aren't going down, because the bike was still moving ever so slowly forward, and you can keep your feet on the pegs the whole time, so you're always ready to go. Like I say, beautiful thing, love it to bits. And then we're going to turn into the car park, where there's a couple of trendy eateries where we're going for lunch. I'm sure Charlie will, well, you'll see her reaction. I've already seen it, obviously, but we're in the car park now. I don't know about you guys, but I worry about car parks, because I know people are going about the business and all that, but they don't seem to see motorbikes. Motorbikes are almost invisible in car parks, and it's a strange phenomenon. And there's, you know, they're making enough noise. I mean, they're not like electric cars, for example. They do thump a bit, you know, you do hear a bit. And just parking up, see this old boy in front of me, he's got no idea I'm there, none at all. But there you go. Anyway, we're pulling into this parking spot. As soon as these people sort themselves out, there you go. Oh, he's spotted me now. There we go. Let's have a listen to Charlie. So Charlie, how did you enjoy it?
Loved it. Absolutely loved it. Best doing for my own bike now.
Did you find it at all scary?
First bend was a bit scary, but as soon as you got used to going round corners, it was absolutely fine.
Cool. What
Loved
about
it.
comfort?
Really comfortable.
Was it?
Really, the seat was comfortable. The box on the back was nice, gave me a little bit of back support. It was lovely.
Excellent. Let's go for lunch.
Let's do it.
Well, that was the video. Hope you enjoyed it. I certainly enjoyed the day. I enjoyed my lunch. So please don't forget to subscribe, comment. Comments would be good. I enjoy the process of replying to you. I do try to reply to everybody. But I say like, subscribe, and hit the subscribe bell. What did they say on the other video? Smash the like button. I don't think you should smash anything, just push. That'd be really good. Like I say, hope you enjoyed it. I certainly did. Take care, folks.